Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithnellie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK. Today I'm taking part in the Stamp Around UK video hop, so there will be a list of everyone taking part in the description. Please do check out their videos. Our theme for this month is die cuts. So I have used the gorgeous sketched butterfly dies, and I've used quite a lot of them to create this card here. And I will be making another one to show you how to do it. But die cuts are brilliant for giving you lots of little details and dimension. So I have got these ones that have got the detail on it, and some of their wings are not glued down so that you get a little bit of dimension on that. And I've also done some faux embossing by die cutting solid images and putting them on the background so that it looks like it's gone through an embossing folder. There are so many techniques that you can do with die cuts, so I thought I would just show a couple of them. So I'm going to make another one, and this time instead of the Petunia Pop that I used there, I am going with the Stunning and Blackberry Bliss. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I've got a standard card base, and then I've got my layers on there. So I need to die cut into that top layer first of all. So I'll just put these bits to the side, but I'll leave that there so we can see what we're doing. Okay, so there is one die that cuts these three pieces out, so I'm going to pop that there. Then we have this one. There's a little one that I used up here, and go with that one. I think just play around with them until you decide you are happy with your layout. For me, they're always going to be different every single time. So this one here actually is the same size as that one. I don't think I used that one on there the last time, but I'm going to now. So I'm going to die cut this, and because of the size of it, it will need to be my large cut and emboss. So let me bring that in. Okay, so my die cutting sandwich, I've got the thick number 1 plate, and it gives you the instructions on these plates anyway. Then number 2 for die cutting, and then a number 3 plate. Then my card, piece of card with the dies on it. Let me just spread them out again. Like that. Happy with that. Then pop on the second number 3 plate. Then we can wind that through. Like so. Okay, so I've got these pieces now. This cutting plate is well used, so things do tend to get a little bit stuck to it. Okay, right, so let's take all of them out of there, and we'll save that bit because that's going to be one of our faux embossing pieces. And I also want to do some other little bits of die cutting for this, but I've already gone ahead and done the pieces for the faux die cutting with the solid shapes, and I've got them here. Let me just move all of those little bits out of the way, so one bit at a time. Right, so I'm going to do the faux embossing. and you could lay them around and see if you're happy with the shape, etc. I've die cut more than I think I will need, so I'm quite happy to just start gluing and then can trim off the excess and we see where we get to. Okay, so that's why I've got my silicone mat, so that we can trim off and don't stick things to my desk or to my grid sheet. Okay, so there's a balance here. So we do want to have glue close to the edge, but you don't want to go overboard with the glue, because then it comes out the sides and you've got a sticky mess that you need to clean up. Nobody needs that. So go gentle with the glue like that. Now I've gone over the edge on purpose so that I can trim that piece off there, and I'll just go around and add those kind of randomly. Okay, so our original card has this happy birthday sentiment, so I need to do that as well. I also need to die cut this white butterfly and a coloured one there, and I had this one that I'd coloured because I kind of thought I might have put that in there, so I added that in. So I might just do a couple of coloured ones on there. But for the birthday sentiment, the stamp is from a Sale-A-Bration stamp set called Day to Celebrate, and it's this happy birthday. I quite like that font on there. So I'm going to stamp that with my Blackberry Bliss ink on just a scrap of basic white, like that. Love it. Put that away, and then I cut it with a die from another Sale-A-Bration set, the heart-shaped dies, and these are products that are available for free with a qualifying purchase up until the 28th of February. So as you can see, that is a little bit long for my chosen sentiment. So what I did was cut it once with the gap that I wanted at that end. Okay, I need to move that a bit more actually. Got my low tack tape on there, and I've got my mini cut and emboss sitting here, so I will just quickly use that to cut it the first time. Okay, let me see what I'm doing. Okay, so now we're closer to that end than we are to that end. Doesn't quite look right, so I'm going to die cut it a second time. Just let me peel that off. Okay, so I want it cut around about there, and I need to make sure that those edges are in. It's not going like that. It needs to be nice and straight like that. Hold that in place. Pop that tape on again. Again, just make sure everything's sitting nice and straight. And then we can pop it back through. And I don't need it to go all the way through, I just need it to cut that end, like so. And there you have your shortened, just going to pull that off gently so that I don't take any of the card away, a shortened die cut. So the die is a lot bigger than the actual bit that we want. So while I've got that here, I'm just going to die cut, what did I say I wanted? I wanted one of them. I need a white one of those. There's a little white piece there. And shall I go with which one? No, I'm going to do two of those. So I'll need to run that through twice. All right, so straighten everything up again. I think I'm done with all of those bits. And we can start to assemble. Right, now, first things first, let's peel this away from the silicone mat. Okay, and I can get rid of that. And then I've got my snips. And I just want to line my blade up with the edge of the card layer and trim off all of those excess pieces. Now I've gone a little bit too far away from the card layer there. Now I have two pairs of snips that I use. One that I keep for fussy cutting, and this pair for just about everything else, including anything sticky like this. But I will just give them a clean with some isopropyl alcohol, or I believe brake cleaner is great, but I don't have any of that. Or if you've got an alcohol, do you know the things that you use on your skin? Cleanse your skin before an injection or something like that. I've got a few of them I could use and do use for cleaning my scissors and things. So, right, I want to add that one on here like that. And again, just glue around the edges as normal, but I want to put some glue on some of these extra bits because I want those bits to stay down. Line that up like so, and just press that down. I can turn it over and give it a good press. Okay, and then that one is going to go on my card base. So I'll just glue around the edges as normal, a little squiggle in the middle for fun, and then line that one up on my card base. squidge it around until I'm perfectly happy with that. Okay, then I've got these bits. Now I'm going to change over to a little glue, a little bottle that I have decanted some of the same glue into. It does take a little bit to get it going. There we go. And I'm just adding it to the middle of that first butterfly. And missed a couple of bits there. And so the two butterflies on the end just get glue in the middle. The middle one, I'm actually going to put glue on a few places. Okay, and then that's the trio there. Line that up. That one goes down, and that one goes like that. So I didn't put any glue on those wings or that one there. Then I've got, still need to take some of these out. And that's going to go in there. Again, I'm just going to add it to the middle of that one. And the same with this one, which is the same butterfly, but because I use the solid outline one, the shape that it goes into is slightly different. You've got a bit more of the Blackberry Bliss showing at the top than that one, top and bottom. Okay, and need a white one to go in there. Loving, loving, loving this. Love Blackberry Bliss. So a little bit of glue on just the centre of that one, pop that in, and its wings are free to stand up too. And I think I might change this and put that happy birthday in there, because that's essentially flat. I could put it over there and maybe just have him there. Yep, let's do that. Let's do that. So I've got some mini dimensionals here to pop on the back of this sentiment. I've actually got more than I need, but I'll just use them. Take the backings off. And we are nearly there. Pop that on there. A little bit of glue in the centre of that one to go on there. Then this one can get glued just in the corner on the inside. And then every card needs a bit of bling. So on my first one I used some Petunia Pop resin dots, I think they're called. I'm laying that completely flat on there. Okay. But on this one I am going to use some pearls. Iridescent pearls that I looked out and I've now buried into probably everything else in my desk. There we are, underneath the stamp set. Cool. These come in a couple of different sizes, so I'll use my take your pick to pick them up and pop them on. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning, this is part of a video hop, so please do click on the description for this particular video and you will find a list of everybody else taking part. Everyone that's taken part is a UK Stampin' Up demonstrator. So please do give them some support and check out what they have created with their die cuts. I hope you've enjoyed my tutorial. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please click on the subscribe button and click the bell and get notification the next time I upload a tutorial. Until then, please do take care. Bye bye.